The trolleybus system of Budapest is somewhat hidden, but nevertheless very useful. It fulfills a crucial role in local connections, so let's check it out. The first trolleybuses could be found in Budapest all the way back in 1933. They were running in the Óbuda district, but this network was not around for too long, as it was fully destroyed during the siege of Budapest in 1944. 5 years later, a new network made its appearance on the other side of the Danube, in Pest. Oddly enough lies here the history of starting of numbering of the trolleybus routes, as the opening of the network coincided with the 70th birthday of Stalin, who of course liked to push the opening of the trolleybus network as a propaganda item. The first route therefore became line 70, with later lines retaining these higher numbers. The first set of lines was built quickly, but this big building boom came to a rough end in 1956, with the outbreak of the Hungarian Revolution, which saw nearly all of the downtown network destroyed. The network was restored soon after, in 1957, but development slowed down considerably. Nevertheless, some lines became so busy that trader cars were added, and later the first articulated buses made their appearance. The second expansion boom happened in the 1970s and early 1980s, mostly as a result of the global oil crisis. Most of the lines that were opened during this period were located in the Zugló area of Budapest. Ever since this period, not a lot of expansion took place anymore. However, technology did not stand still, which started allowing expansion without the need of new wires. This eventually brought the trolleybuses to Deák Ferenc. So this brings us to the network of today. This is the trolleybus network of Budapest. The total length of the network is 73.5 kilometers, and the trolleybuses are powered by 600 volts DC overhead wires. There's only one depot on the network. Let's now take a look at the 15 lines making up this network. We start off with line 70 between Kossuth Lajos tér, Erzsébet Királyi útja aluljáról. Followed by line 72 between Zugló vasútállomás and Orcsi tér. Line 73 between Nyugati pályaudvar and Keleti pályaudvar. Line 74 Csáktornya Park to Károly körút. Line 74A, Csáktornya Park to Mexikói út. Line 75, between Jászai Mári tér to Puskás Ferenc Stadion. Line 76, between Jászai Mári tér and Keleti pályaudvar. Line 77 between Puskás Ferenc Stadion and Öv utca Egressy út. Line 78 between Kossuth Lajos tér and Keleti pályaudvar. However, not the main stop, but Gárai utca. Line 79 between Dogai utcai, lakótelep, and Keleti pályaudvar. Line 80 between Őrsvezér tere and Keleti pályaudvar. Line 81 between Őrsvezér tere and Fischer István utca. Line 82 between Őrsvezér tere and Mexikói út. Line 82A between Őrsvezér tere and Usoki utcai kórház. And finally, line 83 between Népliget and Fővám tér. This video about the trolleybus system of Budapest is part of an already 30 episode long series of videos of transport systems. I would love to show you many more in the future. Therefore, it would be really helpful if you like my video and subscribe to my channel. Let's now take a look at the trolleybus fleet. The rather legendary Ikarus 280T is still making its laps in the Hungarian capital, but sadly not on the days that I was in Budapest, so you have to do it with this picture. Only 9 trolleybuses of this type are left in service, mostly during peak hours. There are rumors that they will remain in service until 2025, but this will mark the end of an era for Budapest, where a common site for decades will leave service. The next type in the fleet is the Icarus 412T and its slightly shorter prototype 411T, which are both still active in Budapest. They are younger than the 280Ts, but a way less successful series. Icarus collapsed in the 1990s, and the public transport company of Budapest was struggling financially as well. This resulted in a rather small fleet. The next type in the fleet is the 12-meter long Solaris Trolino 12, which is present in 3 different generations in Budapest. The oldest generation is the Solaris Trolino 12-2, which uses Ganz and later Ganz and Skoda electrical equipment. Further down the line, Budapest received the 3rd and 4th generation of the Solaris Trolino 12, which both received electrical equipment of Skoda. Then we continue with the longer 18-meter variant of the Solaris Trolino, which made its way to the Hungarian capital in 2015, with the delivery of 16 3rd-generation Trolino 18s. The larger delivery of 54th generation Solaris Trolino 18s happened between 2019 and 2023. All of the Trolino 18s also have received electrical equipment of Skoda. So how many people use the network? The number of passengers using the trolleybuses in Budapest is around 180,000 passengers per day, which would result in around 65.7 million passengers a year. Compared to other systems in Budapest, it is not as high, but the trolleybuses in Budapest tend to operate on more local routes, unlocking access to metro, trains and trams for a larger group of people. So what will the future bring for this network? Last February, a tender for 160 new trolleybuses was launched, of which 120 are options. Of the 40 in the initial call-off, 16 should be of the 12-meter variant and 24 80-meter variants. This all seems to be part of a fleet expansion, given that a large part of the fleet is still rather new. All of the new trolleybuses should be able to drive between 15 and 25 kilometers without the need for overhead wires, but using a battery pack instead. Some of the candidates for this tender are Solaris, of course, with their Trolinos, Skoda and SOR, likely with their 32TR and 33TR models, a newly announced consortium of Yutong and Icarus, and finally the Turkish manufacturer Bozankaya. I assume that these trolleybuses might be used to increase frequencies on existing lines and extend the network, but I cannot find any sources on future expansions of the trolleybus network. So please, Hungarian viewers, because you have access to this kind of impossible language, let us know in the comments below. And so that is it for the trolleybus system of Budapest. Click over here for my video about the tram system of Budapest. As always, thank you very much for watching.